Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So I've picked up a new car. This is not the car is outside. It is a 2015 Ford Focus Estate. Picked up a week or so ago. It's got some issues. I wasn't going to bring on the channel because it's just a temporary car, I think. But I figured it needs some work doing and I could do some how-to videos and hopefully help you guys out. So if you're interested, stay tuned. So I was just going to, have the car in here ready to do the first job on the car, but I figured I'll do a bit of an introduction video to the car and also show this car. This car is on the channel, but I haven't done any work for probably 2 years. A lot of people are commenting, do I still even have the car? So I figured, yeah, why not show it? It's pretty much as it was before. It's moved in and out a few times and that's pretty much it. I did give it a clean. Yeah, you wouldn't think it, but it has been cleaned. It does actually look quite, well, it looks a lot nicer. I think the last thing that we did was the seals, I think, something like that. But I do have a boot, well you can't see, but the trunk, the boot is full of parts for this car, so hopefully once I get a minute we will get some work in this car, but for the time being let's get this car out and bring the Focus in. So the last time this engine ran, I did check the transmission fluid and it was spot on low, so I'm just going to add a bit more. This car just takes type F, just put a bit in, that should be fine. This car does leak, so it doesn't leak fuel, it leaks a tiny bit of coolant from the petcock on the radiator, but the transmission fluid front and rear leaks everywhere, so I tend to stop it up every time I've got to move the car. You have to check this with the engine running and in neutral, but that'll be fine. I've only put a bit in. So let's hook up the battery and get this car started and get this car out and get the Ford Focus in here. So this is the 2015 Ford Focus Estate. It is the facelift model, the Mark III, so they refer to it as a 3.5. It does not have the privacy glass, it does not have the heated steering wheel because this is the titanium spec model, so it's not the X. Has a pretty decent 1.5 TDCI diesel engine. It is not anything particularly fast, but it's got a lot of torque and the speed is pretty decent and it's free tax. The insurance for me and my wife to be insured on this is like £117 or something. Super cheap, so cheap, very cheap insurance, free road tax, excellent miles to the gallon. It's a pretty decent little family car. It's not a bad all-around car. It's not an SUV. I was after an SUV, but unfortunately couldn't afford one. But you've got plenty of room. I'm 6'2", and I could quite easily fit in the back of this car. So there's some marks. They're not marks, they're just actual polish. When I first bought the car, I think this the first day I bought the car, I brought it back and I give it a good clean inside and out. Not the best, but it was a pretty darn good clean. I did throw some polish on there and I got most of it off, but I've noticed in this light I've actually missed quite a few areas. as you guys can see, you can flip between your screens. It's quite good. 54.5 miles per gallon, that's fantastic. I'm very happy with that. It does have the touch screen, and the seats, they're not bad. They've got bolsters in them and they are actually really comfortable. It's just I wish they were leather. I did want the leather seats, but unfortunately we desperately needed a car. The Mini Cooper is off the road at the minute, so we needed a car for the wife so she can get to work, and this was supposed to be for her, but she has taken a liking to the Evoque, so she's taken that, and I've got this. This isn't a review, this is just a brief introduction to the car, but I also want to point out what I am looking to repair over the next few videos. So the first issue with this car is we have no AC. The guy who I bought it off didn't mention that. I took it to the garage to get the AC regassed because I thought it was just low, and there's a big hole in the radiator, so yeah, I got that to replace. So we just got normal warm air at the moment. It does say 25, but it feels a lot hotter than that. I'm absolutely melting today. That's why I brought the car in the garage. I think it's about 29 outside, so I thought I'd bring it here in the shade, but it's not that much cooler. So we have the AC condenser unit down there that is ready to be installed into the car. I've also got some new wipers because the wipers are completely shot. We have handbrake cables, the tail ends and the entire cable itself. These are from the brake shoes. That's something else. We've got a new badge for the back and some new license plates. I have already replaced the shoes. That was a bit of a drama. I mean, you look at the shoes aren't really that bad, but the hardware itself had snapped off inside, so they were really dangerous. The car should not be sold like that, but it was. Luckily I could fix that myself, but yeah, they've been done, but I might go back over what I did to get them installed. If you guys have to do something like this yourself, and this could be useful for you guys, then please do subscribe to the channel. I'm sure once I get the back and the front of the car off the ground, I'm going to notice a lot more issues. I do have an issue with this caliper. It's squealing quite aggressively, but the discs and pads look to be brand new, so there's something going on inside there which I will have to address. Also, I think it's the other side, this arch is not even attached properly, so I think someone's had a look or a go at fixing something inside there. But for the time being, guys, I just thought I'll show you the car. It's going to be in the channel. Probably the next 3 or 4 videos will probably be on this. Hopefully we'll get this car safe and drivable, and we have the Evoque, which is currently safe and drivable after I did some repairs. The Mini is, well, that's a whole other story. Let's forget about the Mini for now. And once I have 2 cars on the road that myself and my wife can use, we will start working on the Mustang. So the next few videos will be featuring this car. I know the handbrake cable needs sorting out. The handbrake will need some adjustment. We are going to be cleaning all these seats, probably detail the car. These are the front brakes to look at and the rear brakes to finish it off. The AC radiator installed. There's quite a few things going on, so we'll get this car up to standard, basically up to the point where I feel I can just leave it alone and actually use it to commute to work, and then we can get working back on the Mustang and other little projects I've got lined up. But yeah, if you guys have a Focus or just interested in watching some amateur make a fool of himself and try to fix stuff, then yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow along. But like always, guys, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.